Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to pick my October TBR. It is insane that we are already at October for this year. It has been crazy, and I have a whole stack of books here to talk about quick beforehand. So I'm gonna just jump into that, and we will be picking, I think I'm gonna go with 5 prompts for October. I feel like October isn't quite as busy as September was for me. But I'm gonna first talk about this stack of books. This is one that I have to read for my job, and so we have to read like chapters 1 through 12 by our October meeting at the end of the month. So that one's not going to be added to my TBR, but it is something that I will be reading. Put that there. I also, off my September TBR, I'm currently reading Beowulf. I will finish this before the end of the month. So I'm gonna set that off to the side. I think I'm also gonna set this off to the side as well. I'm also currently reading Hook, Line, and Sinker, another one I'm pretty sure I'm going to finish by the end of the month. So I'm going to set this one off to the side because there's still a couple days left of September. And I did want to talk about The Survivor Wants to Die at the end. This one I started, I think, back at the end of July. And I really haven't made much progress on it since September started. I'm still on page 350. It's just one that I needed to set down because I had so much going on, and I do need to come back to. So this one also will not be added back to the TBR to pick from, but I will eventually finish reading this. It's just kind of ongoing in the background. So I think one of these days I will pick it up and finish it, but I'm not going to add it to my TBR. And I am going to add my Kindle to the TBR shelf because I have a bunch of books on here that I can pick from to read. I'm currently reading When the Tides Held the Moon on my Kindle, and I've been doing some reading on my lunch breaks. So with all that being said, let's hop into picking our October TBR. Actually, I did borrow Bee Sting. My mom borrowed that to me, or The Bee Sting. And then Firekeeper's Daughter I do need to read in the beginning of October because it's my October book club book. So if I can get that on my TBR, that would be great. Now that's all of the things that I needed to go over in the beginning. So let's go pick our 5 books. There's not very many prompts left, but I think we'll be able to make it all the way to December. Here we go. Prompt number 1. Yellow cover. So I'm going to take a look and see what has yellow on the cover. I am going to count this as yellow on the cover, and I'm going to put Firekeeper's Daughter onto my TBR. I need to read this anyway, so this is going to be my prompt to get Firekeeper's Daughter onto my TBR. I'm excited to read this. I've heard great things, and I was just talking to somebody about this one the other day, so excited to read that. So yellow cover, or yellow on the cover, Firekeeper's Daughter. Pick number 2. You in the title. Let's take a look. So I found one on my Kindle. It is You Shouldn't Be Here. So I'm going to put You Shouldn't Be Here onto my October TBR. That is the only one that had you in the title. I had one that had Yule, but we'll go with You Shouldn't Be Here for you in the title. And I will add my Kindle to my TBR so I don't forget. Pick number 3. Oop, had 2 there. We'll go with one in my hand. Book set in a small town. Let's take a look. I have two options here. I have The Entire Sky, which part of it takes place in rural Montana, it sounds like, and then Threshing of Straw. It looks like it takes place in a couple towns that I've never heard of, so I'm going to assume that they are small towns. This one has been on my TBR longer, so I think I'm going to go with Threshing of a Straw. Okay, pick number 4. Hardcover book. Let's take a look to what I should add. I'm going to go with a nonfiction book, An Astronaut's Guide to Life on Earth. I put this on my TBR in July and just didn't get to it because I had a lot of heavy hitters in July, meaning I had a lot of pages to read, and this one's fairly short, so I'm gonna throw a nonfiction on my TBR and read An Astronaut's Guide to Life on Earth. Okay, and pick number 5, our final pick, is upside down. Shortest book. I know exactly which one this is. It is Relativity by Albert Einstein, which is his paper on relativity. So I'm actually really excited to read this. I have another nonfiction on my TBR, and yeah, finally read this and get it off of my shelf. I've had that for a little bit, I think around a year, a little bit over a year, but let's clean this up. And go through my October TBR. So, shortest book, Relativity. Hardcover book, An Astronaut's Guide to Life on Earth. Set in a small town, Threshing of Straw. Yellow on the cover, Firekeeper's Daughter. And you in the title, You Shouldn't Be Here, which is on my Kindle. So there we go. There is my October TBR. We will see how successful I am at reading that. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.